Yes, here we go. Good luck.
Oh, sliced fruit. Great thinking, comrade. It's exactly sliced fruit. I'll let Alex start the presentation.
Okay there. Hi, everybody. I'm Alexander. This is Carol. I'm the project manager for Sliced, and Carol is the big cheese, or the big orange, whichever you want to call it. Let's kick off. So, midpoint milestones for Sliced. First of all, what is Sliced? See here, Sliced offers a zero-interest collective purchasing solution for a variety of goods, addressing the financial challenges facing consumers in this post-pandemic economy. By forming groups and paying in monthly installments, members can acquire desired items faster than traditional saving methods without the burdens of loans, credit cards, or mortgages. This approach will promote transparency, collective bargaining power, benefits to both individuals and the economy, and unlike traditional banking method models, Slice prioritizes consumer needs over profit, offering a fairer and more accessible alternative to navigate financial difficulties. That's just a quick intro into the problem we wanted to overcome. The midstone mile points that we priced: solid and functional wireframes, market research, comparison of beachheads, reach out and identify possible providers for zkIgnite authorization and start the integration. Smart contracts for basic lottery functionality and the meat and potatoes of the project, and a React UI covering user sign up and a flow for sample group resolution. And a quick overview of what we've done so far. As you can see, week one, mostly setup and initial forays into the whole thing. Week two, we started integrating the wireframes, which we took as a great priority with the user stories, which are obviously the fundamentals of everything we're going to be doing moving forward. We started using Linear as our project management tool for all the devs, because it seemed to be the most functional way of doing things. Week four, we moved into the market research proper and started looking into the areas where we know that this type of purchasing already takes place. Then we moved into week five. As you can see, group pages, everything started shaping up about then. Week six was a big milestone. We got zk on, was secured by Carol. Week seven, we moved into the group and the products pages a lot more. Week eight, we started attempting the integration between the front end and contracts. Carol will talk later on about that whole process. Week nine last week, we started playing around with the page layout and model stuff, as well as all the other things there, but I'm not going to read through them all because we're going to be a whole day if we do. So here we see a quick overview of the wireframes, and I will just switch over to close up of Figma so we can have a proper look. So the user stories being the fundamental sort of building blocks of what we wanted to see, how we wanted to solve this problem. You can see through here, we've got some very solid wireframes for the GPs, the group participant, or the main user of the platform. We worked our way through, the wireframes into the next stages, which we'll go through in a minute. We started looking at the platform itself, how we wanted to, what functionality we wanted, how we wanted people to interact with the meat and potatoes of the whole project, which is the groups, the products, and the payments and keeping track of payments. This led on to some quite detailed design, which I'm kind of going to show off as well right now. As well as looking pretty, really, I think has helped us a lot with the front end and back end teams knowing what everyone else is doing and what we need to do. That was us making the first milestone, which was the wireframes, and then going a little bit further, I believe. And then this is a small snippet of some of the market research we started doing, because this way of buying things, stroke saving, is already used in a traditional sense in certain parts of the world. So we started a deep dive into the economies behind the countries that this system is actually used in. So we could realize when we add or improve upon it by integrating Web3 and particularly Mina, what we were getting into and how it all worked. And then the third pillar of our milestones was reaching out and making authorization connections, which we have both with ID Mask and zkOn, which Carol can interrupt me and tell you guys a lot more about how all that works.
Yeah, I think what's worth to mention here that we took the approach to ensure that zkIdentity is well integrated within our system, and then we had multiple chats with different zkIdentity provider, different of them. Some of them even here, guys from Pass 3, we had fruitful conversation about how we can utilize their solution, but one of the important bits that we kind of ensure that we can have open conversation with ID Mask, which is the solution that already exists. It's a solution that can be utilized right now and can serve over 8 million people in Baltic countries, which we feel is quite a nice niche to start with. And we have been in multiple conversations with others providers, as well as with ZK Passport recently, who are planning to move their product or Mina. But we kind of want to be a place that different zkIdentity providers can be used, and we want to make it open. An important thing I think as well here to mention is we want to utilize it and allow quite some customization when it comes to the identity for the group organizers. We envisioned a tier level of kind of access, starting from tier 0, which is you just need Mina wallet, and going level higher, going to you need to prove of unique humanness, you need to prove that you're not on sanction list countries, you need to prove your nationality, going even further up depending on the requirements of information needed for particular jurisdiction. Quite a lot of slides will require the group organizers to have some legal framework allowing to kind of serve their part of their users, which also kind of led us to have conversation with Zcon Network, as they are kind of solving two of our problems. One is DOF, which is their identity solution, which allows logging with stuff like Binance or Kraken. It's something we're exploring, but that actually led to quite interesting conversation regarding their VRF. So Zcon also will be providing slides with VRF Oracle. We ensured that those guys will create an Oracle that, well, I suggested it will be general for Mina, not only for slides, but that will be able to utilize. But then I'm eager to push Mina and hope that we'll be able to have a native VRF solution on chain coming from the protocol itself. But that's in talks, so we kind of wanted to secure all the possible kind of ways going forward. Yeah,
a good bit.
Yeah, so now let's go through live code demo. what I think it's set up, I guess. What I think it's important to mention here that well, I didn't prepare that much of architecture diagrams and stuff, so I will kind of walk through the decisions we took and kind of reasoning why. Hopefully everything will work. Let's do that. So I think what's I'll turn off my camera so my speed of internet is okay. What I think it's important to mention is that from the very start we wanted to create Slice quite modular. So we want to not only offer a single product or single category of products for the group organizers, but we want to allow quite a bit customization of what we can be offering on Slice, which is going to be a challenge of itself. But when it comes to creating the code, we wanted to make it as modular as possible to be able to kind of allow different products, categories, types of services. You know, is it a physical good like an actual car, GoPro, iPhone, or is it something more like a service, more of like a holidays, insurance, etc., etc. So keeping that in mind, we wanted to ensure that, you know, the stack we chose was sufficient. So we kind of went with T3 stack and with quite customization when it comes to storage. So we're using TRPC, and one of the big changes that happened during the development was to do with the storage solution when it comes to hosting the data on the platform. And we decided to go full decentralized way. So everything when it comes to products, when it comes to it's not here. When it comes to products, when it comes to information that you can see, here it's stored on IPFS. We're using Pinata to ensure that files are available at all times, as well as we utilize their metadata to make our searching, indexing easier and there. So we'll see how it goes when it comes to kind of more bigger usage. We'll see if IPFS will be good enough for us, but so far we have no problems. Only one thing that's on Firebase is like counters, because stuff like that kind of stays longer. We thought will be there. So just to kind of present the way of the initial flow, we can go to we need to create a product, and then we need to make a group of that product. Oh, yeah. So then we can put a name of the product, model 3, 2024. I will put the price. What's the price of Tesla? I actually don't know. 60, 80,000. So it should be cheaper, right? 60,000. For now, we have some hard-coded categories, but that will help us with filtering. Idea for now is that we allow quite customizable setting of the properties. So, you know, drive, train, the I don't know what's other spec, sport, not sure, or play. And then obviously we have we allow to upload files. And again, all that file upload, that's on IPFS, so those files will be decentrally stored with the IPFS hashes being safe. We have a nice quick previews of those photos. Let's say that. I didn't show the login. Well, I guess whatever. You can log in with your wallet. I'm connected. I guess I can log out and kind of show the flow. Quickly, so that unconnect, disconnect with this website. You can see we lost it, but then we want to connect. We authorize it. Back our products are here. Let's go to a group. So that's kind of where it kind of will go to create the group itself. It will come from the products or group name. So here is an idea that we will allow the group organizers to create different types of groups. So if they want to create Tesla Model 3 2024, we can name of the product, but then we can say big group. By big group, what I mean is we can select the product. Is basically here we have a slider specifying what's the max limit of the participants, and then duration of that group. Then, because that goes, I put 6,000, not 60,000. Excuse me. As you can see, we need to sort the floats, but yeah, it's there. So let's just let's use the big one on this way. And then we can go into description. This group will, allow you to get your dream Tesla within 32 months. For settings for now, we select pre-select some countries, and then pre-ticks obviously will be unticked, but for development it's kind of faster. Yeah, that will create a group. And an idea here would be that that group actually deploys a smart contract. You can see the details of the group. And I will explain a little bit more. I guess on this point, before I go any further to contracts, we also wanted to ensure that there is a social factor to the people, I guess, in the group. So we also created a post and comments section that allows a participant to kind of interact with each other. Put the photos again. Let me just make sure that works. Interact. Maybe you have seen from the. No, I see plus. Sorry, 20 characters. We want to ensure people can communicate. As you can see, actually, we have deleted the IPFS hash here to just clear everything is there. So kind of that works. Yeah, so as I mentioned, let me go to a code now. As I've mentioned, important bit here is that we wanted to link it all together by now, but we have faced some difficulties trying to integrate smart contracts with the front end due to the latest Next.js issues. I'm not that expert with Next.js, so I had issues myself trying to get it to work. But we came with our workaround. We have the zkApp worker there, allowing us to kind of set it up correctly, but it just wasn't done on the point of demo. But the idea would be, as the moment you create the group, that actually deploys a smart contract particular for the groups. So let me go quickly about our design decision when it comes to the group themselves. We obviously had to tackle two big challenges that due to the kind of reasoning that we're not using an EL2, we have two main problems, which are storage and race conditions. So to the latter one, for the race conditions, the idea is that whenever a user pays their monthly installment, what happens is we actually use actions and reducers, dispatching the action, informing about the user's monthly allocation, monthly payment, and then at the very end, whenever the admin, it's kind of admin call or script call, we need to figure it out. He makes he kind of iterates over our Merkle list within the auctions to check who paid. That kind of ensures that we only allow users who paid within that month to be eligible for that month lottery and auction, which kind of gives us the nice security straight out of the box. Again, that's annoying. This is the way we solved it. It limits us to 96 round payments, but that, to be fair, means that that limits us to 48 months, which is already quite a lot, which we are totally happy with this constraint. Another problem, which was reasoning, we spent a lot of trying to get it to work the way we want, which is the storage. Obviously, with storage elements, with limit of 8 field storage elements per contract, we would be normally limited quite a bit to store information of the users. So how we figured it out, we've decided to create each of the group contracts as a token contract, allowing us to basically provide users with the token accounts. So as we add the user to a group, we actually minting the token. The token is just the way for us to create their token account, and then we are basically setting the fields, which gives us nice pot of storage for the user that costs 1 Mina, and that's the cost I think we're happy to kind of have. Especially when we talk about purchases such as cars, I think that is not that important. So that's the way we done it. On top of that, to ensure that we utilize it the most efficient, we are using O1.js pack to pack those fields as efficient as possible, allowing us to kind of keep track consistently on chain for each payment within each round. So we have the same for payments, we have the same for compensation, we have the same for overpayments, and general participation rules. That also, opened us the option that we don't need to use miracles to store users who is eligible to who is in the group. We have the token account storage for that particular contract there. What's I think worth as well to mention that Slice itself is quite dependent on the stablecoin. There might be some workarounds that we can get it to work before the stablecoin is going to Mina, but generally the idea would require a stablecoin, but we are expecting that will come in this ecosystem quite soon. So for now, we are utilizing reference implementation of the fungible token contract. Again, from what I heard, it might change, it will change. So I'm trying to keep track with the repo to kind of keep it in sync. And basically, at any moment that there are solutions there, we will be able to serve those things. Cool. There is an error here in tests. That's why I was trying to rerun it. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm correct. Generally, yeah, but the test here as kind of milestone, I think, was mentioned that we have tested most of the stuff. So it's there. And I guess for the viewers can be seen later. Cool. I think that's it from us, unless you have guys any question, anything not clear, etc., etc. Yes, Marek. Yeah, we had quite a lot of long evening with Marek on zkHack trying to solve the next JS problem, which there is a hacky way around, but yeah, we got it to work. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks both. Thanks Slice team for the presentation. Does anyone have any questions? All right, seems not like. Then thank you again, Carol and Alexander, and good luck with the work. I'll stop the recording and start a new one for Marek. Then we can continue